Welcome to my channel, Sleep Stories by Maria. I am a lover of history and of women's stories, especially the ones that were never properly written down or quietly forgotten. This is my very first video on YouTube, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. If you enjoy this story, please give it a like and maybe become my very first subscriber. I would truly appreciate it. Now, let's begin. Childbirth, a beginning, and for many, an end. We think of the Tudor era as a time of kings and queens, of executions and intrigue, but hidden behind the courtly dramas, in candlelit chambers across the land, the real fate of a family, of a dynasty, was shaped by a single, perilous event. Not war, not politics, but childbirth. For Tudor women, giving birth was not a moment of joy wrapped in lace and lullabies. It was a trial of flesh, faith, and fate. This is not a tale of royalty, though queens too bore this burden. This is a story of everyday women, daughters, wives, and mothers, whose strength was never written in history books, but who carried the future in their wombs. What did it mean to be pregnant in the 16th century? What dangers did women face? And how did they survive, if they survived at all? Tonight, we open the door to a world lit by firelight, governed by superstition, and haunted by silence. This is what childbirth was like in the Tudor era. Imagine you wake up in 1540. The wind howls through the ill-fitted window panes. A draft creeps under the oak door, numbing your toes as they touch the rush-covered floor. The fire is low, and the chill clings to your bones. You are not poor, not in the sense that you go hungry, but wealth is relative. You are the daughter of a minor noble, with enough standing to be useful, but not enough to be powerful. You wear wool, not silk. You eat barley bread, not white. You do not labor in the fields, but your life is far from idle. Once, for a single season, you were sent to court, a gift arranged by your father to parade you before men of rank, like a well-bred horse, inspected and appraised. The pearls sewn into your kirtle weren't yours. They were borrowed. Now you're home again, but not alone. You've been married. Not for love. Love is not a thing marriages are made of now. It is for the alliance, for dowry, for your father's position and your womb's potential. You are 15. Some girls are married at 12. So you are not young, not really, just young enough to be fertile. Your husband is 33, twice your age, with thinning hair and an expanding waist. But he has land, 2 manners, an ambition. He serves at court. You see him only on occasion, when he returns to collect taxes or fulfill his conjugal duties. He smells of pipe smoke, stale mead, and authority. When he is near, you are quiet. When he is far, you breathe. The manor is not yours. Nothing is. You live with his mother, a sharp-tongued woman who has birthed 7 and buried 5. She watches you eat, watches you bleed, watches your belly for any sign of swelling. Servants fill the halls, There's always someone nearby, scouring pots, sweeping ash, gossiping in corners. You are never alone, but you are always lonely. You have a few companions, girls sent with you from your father's estate. They whisper Latin prayers at night and braid your hair in the morning. And then, one morning, you miss your blood. There are no tests, no clever marks on a stick, just your knowledge of your body. Your midwife, a woman with wrinkled hands and watchful eyes, takes your pulse, asks about your sleep, places her ear to your belly. She nods. You're quickened, she says. You are pregnant. And for that, you are praised. For that, you are terrified. The nausea begins soon after. They call it sickness. There is no ginger tea, no relief, only dry bread, cool water, and whispered prayers. You are told to rest, but not too much. Eat, but not overindulge. Walk, but never alone. Everything is balance. Everything is caution. Your body is not your own. It is a house now, and it must be kept. You begin to crave odd things, pears steeped in wine, pickled eggs, ashes. Some say it means the baby will be clever. Others say it is the devil whispering. You wear a ribbon tied low around your waist, embroidered with charms. Jesus Maria, Benedict, and the symbol of Saint Margaret, patron saint of safe delivery. You speak to the baby, quietly, not in words, but in hope. You pray at the altar. You pray when no one watches. Because you know the odds. You have seen other women grow swollen, suffer, and disappear. Their names barely spoken, their babies buried in churchyards, unbaptized, unmarked. If you die, you will not be the first. You will not be the last either. You are not alone in this journey. The church is with you, and so are its shadows. Every pain, every flutter in your belly, every drop of blood is a message. But from whom? From God, from the devil, from your own sinful nature? The priests tell you that childbirth is Eve's punishment. In sorrow shalt thou bring forth children. So you accept your pain before it even begins, because to suffer is to be holy. To die in childbirth is to be sanctified. You light candles to the Virgin Mary. You kneel in the chill of the chapel to whisper your secret petitions. You pray not only for a living child, but for a soul free of deformity, for a birth not marked by screaming, and for a midwife who knows what she's doing. Superstition walks beside you. If you crave meat, they say the baby will be a boy. If you dream of water, the birth will be difficult. If you bind rosemary and fennel to a girdle, it will protect you from witches. There are herbs to soften the womb, there are charms to ease labor, and there are dark corners of the village when women whisper of potions and powder too dangerous to name. You clutch the birthing girdle, a long scroll of prayers blessed by a priest. It is warmed over the fire and tied round your belly in the 9th month. If anything goes wrong, it will not be from a lack of trying. You have done everything. The rest is in God's hands. The midwife tells you the time is near. The women begin their preparations. The birthing chamber is chosen, a small room with a heavy door and thick shutters. No men are allowed. The fire is stoked until the air is close and hot. Darkness is encouraged. It keeps away evil spirits. The window is covered. The door is barred. Only women are here now. Your mother-in-law, your serving girls, your midwife, perhaps a neighbor or two, women who have birthed and bled and buried. They bring in rushes, blankets, water, cloth. A birthing stool is placed near the hearth, a three-legged seat with a gap beneath it. You will not lie down. That is for the dying. The midwife touches your stomach with practiced hands. She listens with her ear pressed to your skin. She mutters prayers under her breath. If you are lucky, the baby is in the right position. If not, you may not live to meet it. Someone hands you a strip of leather to bite. Someone wipes your brow. There is a sharp scent of lavender, thyme, vinegar, and blood. You are in the hands of the women now. They will do all they can, but even they cannot stop what is about to come. The first pain comes like a tide pulling you under, then another, then another, another. There is no morphine, no relief. There is only pain and screaming, and hands gripping yours so tightly you think your fingers might break. You are told to push, but not yet, not too early. If you tear, there is no stitching that can truly heal. You are told not to cry too much, it may offend God. You are told to hold the birthing girdle, to whisper the name of Saint Margaret. Your body opens like a door, but the baby won't come. The midwife inserts her hands. She turns the child inside you with fingers that know the road better than any map. You feel yourself slip. Time stops. The women whisper, and then a cry, a sharp, tiny, gasping cry. The child is born, but it is blue and still, and yet silent. The midwife slaps it, rubs it, prays over it. Another cry, this one louder, alive. You begin to sob, not in joy, not yet. You are not done. The afterbirth must come, and it does not come easily. You bleed and bleed and bleed. The midwife presses linen soaked in wine. She massages your belly. She pours boiling water into a cloth and places it between your legs. You are sleeping. Someone slaps your face. Someone else prays aloud. You are told to stay awake, and you do. Not all stories end in life. Many do not even begin. In Tudor's England, a child's first enemy was birth itself. Some were born too soon, before their lungs could fill with breath. Others emerged twisted or still, wrapped in their own cord, like a noose from nature. If the baby dies before baptism, it is not buried with the family. It cannot be laid in holy ground. It is said to carry the stain of original sin still on its soul. You do not speak of these babies, not for fear, but because grief in your world is private, silent. Some women never name the child until it has drawn breath. Others whisper the name as soon as they feel the first kick. And even if the child lives through the birth, fever can take them. So can hunger, or rot, or accident. Half of all children die before the age of 5. A third do not live past their first birthday. You love your baby fiercely, but you love with the knowledge that tomorrow may steal what today gives. and you prepare your heart for both joy and breaking. Congratulations, your child lives, and you live, and both you enter a new chapter. You are a mother now, and yet you are not restored. Your body aches in places you didn't know existed. You bleed for weeks. There is no medicine for your pain. You are confined to the chamber for a month. The lying in. It is both rest and ritual. You are not allowed to attend church. You are not to touch the sacred objects. You are considered unclean. After 40 days, a priest will bless you in a ceremony called churching. Then, and only then, may you return to the world. But even then, you are not the same. The hips have widened. Your skin is pale. Your hair is thinning. Your husband returns, triumphant, pleased. His heir has arrived. He praises you as one praises a horse. And you nod and smile and say, "Thank you, my lord," because this is what you were meant for. This is what every girl is taught from the moment she is old enough to bleed. What is the legacy of a Tudor woman? It is not written in books. It is not carved on tombs. It is found in the children she bore, in the prayers she whispered, in the quiet strength of survival. You do not choose your path, but you walk it with grace. You do not speak of pain, but you endure it with dignity. You are praised for silence, for obedience, for fertility. But inside, you are not silent. You are not small. You are fire hidden beneath ash. And if you die in childbirth, as so many do, then your name is spoken in candlelight by your daughters, your sisters, your friends, and they remember. They remember how you gripped their hand, how you screamed for your child, how you begged God to let you live. They remember, and through them, so do we. This is what childbirth was like in the Tudor era. Not a miracle, not a moment, but a battlefield. And the women who survived it were not merely wives or mothers, they were warriors.